Tappy activated. Hey, token chasers! If you've seen my previous video, you know the big players are now staking their ETH. We've already explored how you can earn more with liquid staking, so let's load into distributed validators, a whole tech farm working for you. Imagine that instead of one machine doing all the work, a whole squad of them shares the load. This setup would be as impenetrable as my firewall. And that's exactly what distributed validators do. They distribute the task of validating Ethereum transactions across multiple nodes, boosting security, adding fault tolerance, and ensuring everything runs smoothly, even if one node decides to take a nap. In fact, more than 61% of institutions are willing to pay a bit extra for high-tech distributed validators, and that's a lot. More than 66% are already familiar with them, and only a tiny 2.5% are out of the loop. Well, their mistake. Distributed validators are definitely big players in the institutional ETH staking game now, so we should keep an LED on them. Let's continue our staking saga with data about earning more staking returns and keeping all validators in one place. First, let's talk restaking. This lets stakers earn even more by putting their staked ETH to additional use, stacking returns on top of returns. But it can get riskier than a robot at a magnet party. Imagine being penalized across multiple protocols if something goes wrong. No wonder 55% of respondents are interested in restaking but cautious, and 74.5% totally understand the risks. Institutions love returns, but for some, restaking's a big no. Now, imagine all of Ethereum's validators were in one place. Powerful, but that's like offering a hacker the controls to my CPU. Decentralization spreads validators across locations and organizations for more security, but as of now, big players like Lido and Coinbase control over 40% of Ethereum staking, which makes 78.5% of institutions nervous. Centralization may work for mainframes, but not blockchains. You know, what do institutions care about when they're picking their staking gear? Metrics? Security? Or the scary R word? I'm sure you know that when it comes to holding staked ETH, institutions pick their tools carefully. So here's the scoop. To keep their coins safe and accessible at all times, they rely on metrics like annualized return rates, validator uptime, total rewards, attestation rates, and liquidity. But there's one more thing here: regulation. While almost 59% of institutions are still game to stake their ETH, another 18% are holding back, and over 55% stay away from liquid staking due to these regulatory concerns. The regulatory framework is still in development, so institutions are careful to follow the rules, whatever those rules turn out to be. In fact, 39.5% say regulation affects their choice of staking service, but over 24% don't see it as a major factor. Guess some are just into taking risks. Attention! Like, subscribe and see you after reconnecting. Tappy deactivated.